Da 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 da. This, hopefully, if I haven't messed it up, and got it sorted out, will be the first ever video from, well, maybe tripsandfeasts.com, but maybe not. And where is this glorious, well, view? Okie dokie. Mountains there, not particularly high. I don't know if you can see on the left. You might be able to see a bit of snow at the top there. Don't think people go skiing on these mountains though. Anyway, they are north of here. And where is here? There's a clue. The Treasure Island. There's another clue to the right of it, which is to the east of it. The name Trump at the top of that building. I don't think he actually owns that building, or maybe any of the buildings that have got his name on it. But he, I think he just, well, he doesn't give, I'm sure he doesn't give, but I'm sure there's some arrangement by which he can use his name and he gets paid for it. Anyway, how about this? Okay, we are on floor number 18, which of course would be 17 to most of the rest of the world, but there you go, of this hotel. And that road there is Las Vegas Boulevard, or to be precise, I think it might be South Las Vegas Boulevard. Anyway, and there you can see a bit of water and traffic and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, oh look, there's a small little water feature there. And as you can see, there is where the sun stops. And there's the view, the other side, to the south. More mountains, what have you. There's, I think Palazzo is connected to where we are right now, which is the Venetian Hotel. I think there's I don't know if they're the same thing or not. But anyway, whatever. Anyway, now what are we doing on the 18th, well, really 17th floor of any hotel? I mean, normally we're sort of in basements and Lord knows what, you know, tents at the back and whatever. But Lisa is here being Las Vegas, of course, and her company has paid for this because there's a big conference going on. So Lisa's first one, and the company is paying $368 a night for this. It's not a room; it's a suite. Now, I should say, so I'm going to talk about this sort of suite / room. Now, of course, you know, I work in London at the high end and so I have a reasonable knowledge about suites and things like this. Now, this is $368 a night, which doesn't include breakfast, or anything else, does it? Let's round that off to £300 a night. Now, when Lisa checked in, she wasn't supposed to go into this room. This was an upgrade, and as best we can tell, the only difference between this suite and the one that was booked for her is this view. Okay, now I'm not too sure about the view of the suite where we were initially supposed to stay, but apparently this view is nicer. So if you care about views, then, you know, whoop-de-woo. But there you go, some people do, some people don't. Anyway, and in a way, everywhere is a view, I suppose, unless you've got a building 2 feet from your own where you are. Anyway, so that's the first thing. So this suite was, I suppose, it would have been $50 more. So let's bump that up to $418. Now, the company that Lisa works for, it's a big conference. I guess there's hundreds of rooms, right? With suites. I mean, it has to be hundreds. I mean, it's not dozens by any means, probably hundreds. And so I'm sure they, well, hopefully, if they had any sense, they got some, you know, extremely decent rate for that sort of occupancy. Okay. And the third thing to explain the price is that this is February, when it's not particularly hot outside. A couple of mornings, the temperature in the Las Vegas Valley has been below freezing, believe it or not, but it's true. I mean, it looks nice now, blue sky, Bit of sun, but it's cold. Or coldish anyway. I mean, it's, you know, it depends what you're used to as well. That's the other thing. I mean, I don't find it so bad, but there we go. So if you wanted this particular suite in August, I would think on 3 accounts, it would be somewhat more money. Number 1, this is an upgrade anyway. Number 2, there's probably a very large corporate discount on all of this. And number 3, this is February. So what would this cost you in August? I don't know. I think probably at least double, I would think, but I don't know. Let's say we're not getting breakfast. Well, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here anyway, but never mind. But let's have a look at this. I think this is the largest room suite that we've ever stayed in. And well, you can see the view, and there's a table, there's another table. There's a couch there. When was the last time we stayed in a place with a couch?
An Airbnb maybe.
And I don't think, an Airbnb indeed. And I don't think we've ever stayed in a place with 2 televisions. There's one there.
There's one in the loo as well.
Oh, 3. There's another one there in front of Lisa. And there's a smaller one in the loo. So that's 3 televisions. It's got one of these atrocious bar type things. So to open this door. Okay, there is the fridge. And, okay, that's my milk at the top. But you can see how this is a typical sort of mini bar. Important, automatic mini bar, fully computerized. Every item you take out will immediately be charged to your account. Some sort of weight system, apparently. I can't quite see how that would work here, but that's what they say. And of course, there's no mention of the prices. So you know it's going to be at the very least full retail. Anyway, there's that. And then these drinks, this stuff here as well. Presumably there's some way of figuring out if people take any of that. There's some wires behind it. So maybe that's kind of attached to some sort of scale system as well. But there's no warning there about, you know, anything you take will be automatically charged to your account, but I can't imagine that's free. Anyway, that's that. I should say that we are in the process of checking out. Of course, I'm done in about 5 minutes. I'm not quite sure how Lisa manages to get this sort of mess. Because, you know, during the day she's not here, she's doing this conference stuff. But I mean, look at that. Well, it's true, honey.
It's not.
Anyway, so there's a couch there.
That is true.
Okay.
Actually.
There's
That's true.
one bed. That's my stuff on the bed. Everything else in this entire suite is Lisa's. Well, not the tables and stuff.
Except what's the hotels?
There's another bed. There's a television. This is a place here to hang stuff, and there's a safe there. Okay, that's that. And you go into here. Here's your shower. Let's turn the light on. There's the bath. There's your sinks and all that. Oh, there's the television. Told you it was a small one. And there's the car seat. Telephone in it in case you get stuck. Lights left on. I mean, no wonder Lisa's electric bill is so high. She leaves all the lights on. Anyway, so there you go. So it's $368 right now in February with a corporate discount and an upgrade. But you know, if you come here in the summer, it wouldn't surprise me if it was $1,000. Did I say pounds? Dollars. It wouldn't surprise me if it was $1,000 a night, and perhaps they give you breakfast down as well.
Really?
I don't know.
1,000?
I wouldn't surprise me. Just think about it, really. I mean.
They didn't give us coffee. They didn't give
Oh
us
yeah,
a
that's a
microwave.
really good point. It's no microwave, right? And normally, even if you go in Motel 6s and travel lodges and even those sort of places, you get like a kettle with some tea bags and some coffee little sachet things and milk and sugar, and it's all kind of rather horrible, but nevertheless it's there. Here there is none of that, unless they took it out because, you know, because it was discount thing. Honey, when you asked about the lack of, you know, hot drink making facilities, What were you told?
That there wasn't available in the room.
And?
And that there was a kiosk downstairs for coffee and tea.
Right, and so that's it, right? So they don't want to give it to you free in the room because they'd rather you go downstairs and pay over the odds for it. So unless they took it out because of this conference thing, because the conference, you know, the breakfast and all that is provided by Lisa's employers, which is understandable. It's the normal way things are, I suppose. But anyway, so anything else to be said? So, honey, this is the largest room that we will probably ever stay in ever again. And certainly when we're on the road again, I mean, when we're on the road, we're lucky if we get a room that's just the size of this step down area, right? From the steps there to the window. Seriously.
We'll get a room like this again if we're working, but
I
not
mean-
while we travel.
I mean, honey, we stayed in some rooms that like half the size of this step down area. I mean,
Yes, that's true.
maybe a third.
That's true.
Remember that little tent we stayed in Malaysia?
Yes.
Anyway, so you get the idea. This is the Venetian hotel, so for some people it's going to be fine. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's just different. And that's that. Okay, Area 51 is up there. Space aliens. Do. Okay, bye, video number 1.
Bye.